how do you kind of get people engaged for 3 hours?
Only because you cannot write strong scenes. You put in abusive language.
You can't send this to a film festival.
We can't. Yeah. Sacrificing millions of human minutes every day.
Is it a film about failure?
I have dealt with a lot of failure. I've dealt with a lot of despair, and communicators today do not realize their power.
तुम जज कर रहे हो ना मुझे?
नहीं, नहीं अच्छी लगी और मुझे लगा कि कहीं एक कोशिश की है हमने एक बात कहने की, और उसकी जो इमोशनल ऑनेस्टी है उसको मैं लगातार क्रिटिकली टेस्ट कर रहा था कि हम जो कहना चाहते थे वो कहीं इस पर्दे की धुंध में खो तो नहीं गया है, लेकिन लगा कि नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत हम कह पाए जो कहना चाहते हैं.
एक्चुअली मैंने तो दूसरी बार देखी. सो द फर्स्ट टाइम आई सॉ इट, शायद वो enthusiasm था, तो आई वाज काइंड ऑफ रेसिंग थ्रू द फिल्म इन माय माइंड. When I saw it today, it hits you deeper, and which is quite an incredible quality for a film, because you know what's going to happen, but it touches you better. So I was talking to you the other day. मतलब फिल्म बनाने का कैसे सोचा, मतलब क्यों बनाया?
मुझे कुछ सालों से कास्टिंग एजेंट्स के कॉल आ रहे थे एक्टिंग करने के लिए, विच इज़ समथिंग आई नेवर इमेजिन्ड फॉर माई सेल्फ. मैंने एक स्टेज प्ले के अलावा कभी एक्ट किया ही नहीं है ज़िंदगी में. वो भी मजबूरी में किया था, क्योंकि मैंने एक नाटक लिखा था कॉलेज में नैनीताल में, और उसमें मेरा दोस्त था दीप उपाध्याय, वो लीड प्ले कर रहा था, और लास्ट डे ही चिकन आउट बिकॉज द डायलॉग्स वर ऑल इन पोएट्री. इसे भाई मेरे को याद नहीं हो सकता, ये तुमने लिखा है, तुम ही कर लो. और उसके बाद अब एक फिल्म बनाना, वो यात्रा जो थी, तो जब मुझे एक्टिंग का मौका मिला, एक बहुत बड़ी वेब सीरीज़ थी जो अब OTT की सबसे बड़ी सीरीज़ में से है, और उसमें वन ऑफ द थ्री प्राइमरी कैरेक्टर्स में था. मेरा चयन हो गया था, और मैंने कहा कि मेरी एक ही शर्त है, मैं गाली नहीं दूंगा. I have always taken a very tough stand on decency and purpose in content, and I've always tried to stick to it. लेकिन जब मैं उसकी वर्कशॉप के लिए गया मुंबई, तो डायरेक्टर ने ऑलमोस्ट जो पहला सेंटेंस था वो यही कहा कि सर भर भर के गाली देनी है. तो मैंने ये रियलाइज़ किया कि ये एक ऐसा सिस्टम है, इकोसिस्टम है, जहाँ जो मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है. जब भी मेरा सिलेक्शन होगा, चाहे एक्टर या राइटर के रूप में, आई विल हैव नो कंट्रोल ओवर द सिस्टम. तो क्या इस बड़े मेन स्ट्रीम में मेरा एक छोटा मेन स्ट्रीम हो सकता है, और मैं अपने लेवल पे फिल्में बनाऊं जिसके हर फ्रेम इसका हर फ्रेम मेरे कंट्रोल में हो, जो कुछ बात कहे जिसमें आपको अटेंशन के लिए गाली गलौज या वोयरिस्टिक वायलेंस या ऐसे किसी सीन्स की आवश्यकता ना पड़े जो सिर्फ शॉर्टकट्स हैं. ओनली बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट राइट स्ट्रॉन्ग सीन्स, you put in abusive language. तो वहाँ से यात्रा शुरू हुई, और मेरे लिए कहानियाँ चाहे रेडियो की हों या फिल्म की हों, एक ही क्वेश्चन आंसर करनी चाहिए, व्हाट इफ. और जो व्हाट इफ था वो एक बार हम ऐसे ही एक पुल से गुजर रहे थे लखनऊ में और मुझे मन में आया कि व्हाट इफ देयर वर टू स्ट्रेंजर्स हियर हु केम टू डाई और वो उसने अल्योर किया फिर उसको डेवलप किया और फिर कूद हैपेंड.
तो ये दिस इज नॉट अ शॉर्ट फिल्म, दिस इज नॉट अ फीचर फिल्म. तो आपने ये 40 मिनट का क्यों सोचा? Because you can't send this to a film festival as a
We
short
can't.
film.
Yeah.
It will not go to a movie hall.
Yeah.
तो ये जो एक काउंटर इंट्यूटिव नीलेश है जिसने, जैसे शावनी ने कहा कि when radio was about FM music, you decided that I'm going to tell stories. ठीक है, वो बहुत काउंटर इंट्यूटिव था, right? When people were doing snackable entertainment, I don't know if maybe some of you have seen some of the slow interviews. They're incredible. They are 2 hour, 3 hour long sometimes. I think mine is about almost 2 hours long. But it's just an immersive conversation. मगर उसको करने में दम लगता है, right? Because how do you go and sell to somebody saying कि भाई in a world where people are fast forwarding Instagram reels of 30 seconds, how do you kind of get people engaged for 3 hours? तो ये 40 मिनट का कहाँ से आया?
एक तो मुझे लगता है कि हम अक्सर अपनी ऑडियंसेस को स्टीरियोटाइप करते हैं. Today's content creators are often driven by Excel sheets and marketing plans rather than just pure instinct. Whatever I have done until now has only been driven by pure instinct and the belief that let's do this. So एक चीज, this is a mini feature film. We call it the mini feature film because it's conceived like a film. And yet it is...
I'll remind you of a phrase that you told me, which kind of got me. It's like commute length.
The commute film. Correct.
So Nilesh was telling me the other day that it's the right amount of time which it takes to commute typically from one place to another, right? Which is kind of how we were used to think of the stories that we used to listen to also. मैं कह रहा था ना कि ट्रैफिक में फंसे हुए हैं तो listening to your stories, and so this
Absolutely.
thing.
So Indians spend about 50 odd minutes on one commute and they end up mindlessly watching reels. So we are actually sacrificing millions of human minutes every day on banal content. Now they can't watch web series, they can't watch feature films because both will not be completed by the time they get to their office or their home. So we decided to create a new product, the commute film, which will feel complete. You will have एक अधूरेपन का एहसास नहीं होगा आपको जब आप अपने दफ्तर में दाखिल होंगे. और वो short film ही नहीं है, it's not experimental, it's not a parallel cinema. It is we are creating for mass audiences. But it has the soul of the same message that we have tried to convey in every story we've done, every time we've done something with Gaon Connection, every time we've had conversations with the Slow Interview. You and I have had, we discussed on a lot of things which people would probably not find in normal conversations. I feel that communicators today do not realize their power, the power to change people's minds, and that's a power that cannot be used lightly. And we've tried to use that power by productizing it in a way that it goes to far more people, but we want to do the same job that we always have.
I'll come to the film in just a second. Many people here we are all urban now. Even if we had some rural, semi-urban childhood or connection, we are all urban now. Definitely, my son is sitting at the back. Definitely the connection or I use that word purposely, and the lens to rural India is now through gangs of Wasepur, Mirzapur, or maybe Panchayat, or some of these films. You, Yamini, you chose to leave Delhi, Bombay, and live 2.5 hours away from Lucknow. It's not a weekend home, you live there. And you started this, पता नहीं कंपनी है, मूवमेंट है, गांव कनेक्शन. उसका एक subtext है, the connection to rural India. So I would really like to take this opportunity to hear from your perspective that what is Hindi, heartbelt, cowbelt, heartland, rural India? And is it the same as on one extreme Panchayat, on the other extreme gangs of Wasipur? Because this is neither of them.
Right. Just for some context, every sixth human on earth lives in rural India. It's a massive number of people. They shape India's politics, economy, social fabrics. But rural India has been a stereotype for the longest time. It's not seen as a normal place. It's seen as a lot of people would make us believe about Bollywood, where people are either waiting for the next film release or sleeping with each other. It seems like there's nothing else that happens. This is not a normal place. So rural India has been spoken about only when there's distress, when there's some oddity or deformity or some freak show happening. It was never seen as a normal place. And we started Gaon Connection in 2012 to make that connection, to make urban India understand and respect rural India, and to take the knowledge of urban India to rural Indians. There's a lot that exists by way of technology, health, education, but that has very few means of percolating to the right audiences. And there's a lot that rural India has which doesn't come to urban India. I mean,
वो ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि हम भी अगर रूरल इंडिया को देखते हैं,
हाँ.
हम यहाँ से जाके उसी को चीज़ को फिल्म करते हैं या उसी चीज़ के बारे में बात करते हैं जो हमें इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है. हम वहाँ से जो आ रहा है उसका हमें कोई एक्सपोजर ही नहीं है उसका.
कई साल पहले अचानक स्टोरीज आने लगी मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में कि बुंदेलखंड में लोग घास की रोटी खा रहे हैं. सारा मीडिया पहुंचने लगा बुंदेलखंड. मेरे कई दोस्त भी थे, दिल्ली के एंकर्स वगैरह. So we are Gaon Connection, we sent a reporter, and they were making rotis from a herb called sama. So we called up MS Swaminathan, who was then alive, and we said, तो बोले कि इस घास की रोटी तो जितना चाहे खा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा खानी चाहिए. It is so rich in iron. Now, because urban India does not understand rural life or the rural worldview, this picturization of this pettiness and this, woebegone ways has percolated everything that we think about. आज आप और हम अपने इंस्टाग्राम में डालते हैं कि हम मोरिंगा शेक पी रहे हैं अभी रेस्टोरेंट्स में जाके. वहाँ तो वाइल्ड में उगता रहा है वो सहजन और मोरिंगा, किसी ने पूछा नहीं. हम आ जाते हैं मिलेट्स के अलग अलग खाने ऑर्डर करते हैं, खाते हैं बड़े प्राउडली, और मिलेट्स इज व्हाट रूरल इंडिया हैज ऑलवेज हैड. सो we are now embracing and elevating and glorifying a lot of the things that rural India has lived. Sadly, rural India has been forced to have thelas with momos and chow mein, where they are in many parts giving up their traditional, their healthy and enriching lifestyle. So it's a strange churn that is happening right now. And I feel that it is our responsibility to make aware, educate people about, about rural India as a place of great knowledge, great traditions that we can apply, not in a patronizing way. कि अरे बेचारे लोग या अरे ये कितना नहीं आपकी लाइफ एनरिच हो सकती है अगर वो लर्निंग्स को आप सीख लें. मैं और वैदेही कई साल पहले हम लोग बस्तर
एक बार सबको
वैदेही show your
बोल
face.
दीजिए. Vaidehi has done the voiceover of the little kid, the daughter. She's also Yamini and Nilesh's daughter, and it was her 11th birthday day before yesterday.
So we went to Bastar in Chhattisgarh. And before going, I said, Vaidehi, we are going to meet tribal people and learn. My positioning was very clear. We're not going to some strange, faraway land of where they'll have headgear and strange food. No. We're going there to learn. Everybody, including my wife, thought it was a disaster that she and I were going alone. And the only worry was कि इसके बाल कैसे बनेंगे, बड़े लंबे बाल इसके होते हैं. तो खैर, that she managed by herself. And we went in the remotest villages. We saw the tribal way of life. I wanted her to see it herself. We saw their music, their food, their way of living. This was right after COVID. And we were driving, and there were these stone structures, tall stone hunks by the sides of the road in many places. And I stopped wondering, like, what is this? And people said these are memory pillars. When someone dies, they erect one pillar, and that has the story of their life etched on it. So if he had a cow, it'll draw a cow. If he loved water, it'll draw a nice water body. And on top of that is a bird, which is etched either in stone or wood. That stands for the person who's departed, to show that they became a bird, and they often go to their village, they look at their own people, their own family, and they are satisfied that they're fine. And I said, there was a phrase at that time, grief management. And I said, what more beautiful than this by way of grief management? They are teaching us this. So I think rural India needs honest postmen. And that is all I am. I am an honest postman of rural India, and I will package, manicure it, and present it in whatever way this world and the urban world understands, bringing those core messages to cities and to other villages.
Is it a film about, in your mind, is it a film about death? Is it a film about failure? Is it a film about a founder's struggle? Is it a film about loneliness? How did you think of this?
What fascinates me often, and then this has been so since the days of the audio stories, is the fault lines, the invisible fault lines that exist among people in mohallas, in cities, in villages, which are etched but often not documented and not dealt with in a mature manner. The fault line of parents one day realizing that their son or daughter wants to live in their own apartment. This is invisible. And that moment is a difficult moment for the child because it seems like you're going away, but it is natural because the parents themselves came from somewhere else. They left their parents, right?
आप वो tectonic plates की बात कर रहे थे.
These are the the tectonic plates of social relationships and social change. कि जब आप बड़े घर से अपार्टमेंट में आए और एक जॉइंट फैमिली बन के ही आए, पहले आप एक जगह रहते थे, नीचे पेरेंट्स रहते थे और ऊपर आप रहते थे, आप हंस बोल लेते थे, लड़ लेते थे, प्यार कर लेते थे, और अब आप बगल के कमरे में हैं. The decorum of coexistence, the grammar of coexistence completely changes. You know, so जब ये this has always fascinated me, and the film deals with two such fault lines or tectonic plates. Which one is, you know, for the last several years, our country is witnessing an extraordinary surge in entrepreneurship, in you know, business ideas, dreaming big, and that's great. And always we read about so and so raised X $million, and we did a fundraise and we spoke about it as if fundraisers are an achievement. कि यही बहुत बड़ी जीत हो गई कि आपको आपने फंड रेज कर लिए. Not that what you will do with it, not that what you will, you know, whether you will do something good with it or not.
The raising funds is not success, returning it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And in such a time of false auras, we never talk about failure. We never understand what founders, leaders, entrepreneurs, एक leader का सबसे बड़ा श्राप जो होता है ना, the biggest curse is that they must always seem brave to their family, to their teams, to themselves. I have had some extremely difficult moments as running Gaon Connection. I have most often tried that I never let that despair filter down to my family, to my team, to my parents. And we don't talk about that. And मेरा तो नाम ही भगवान शंकर का नाम है, तो विष पीने की जो क्रिया है वो मुझे आती है. But everybody cannot swallow that poison. Sometimes you come to the bridge. So I feel this, the fault line between a surging wave of expectations and dreams and aspirations, and behind that the chains, the crabs of struggles and failures, and everything is beneath the surface. You never speak about it, and you just keep celebrating these stories that often are shallow.
अगर वो वीडियो पापा के पास पहुंच गए तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगी.
I hope that, you know, even if 1,000 founders across the country watch this film and open up about their vulnerabilities, or leaders, or
झूठी मर्दांगिनी.
झूठ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. And the female character that played by Ketaki, that is again a classic. As you move from a small town to a bigger city, you move to suddenly an air-conditioned office, a big company, an international company. You want to fit in. You want to fit in, and somewhere you drop your guard. You begin to compromise or feel the pressure to compromise on your own personal Lakshman Rekhas or your social mores, and often someone takes advantage of that. And so she is trying to, her biggest fear is कि पापा ये वीडियो देख लेंगे, इसलिए मैं मरने आई हूँ. Where that deep-rooted, traditional, values and shame is the biggest shackle around her feet. And this is, as you move up, how do you fit in? This hunger to fit in. कि आप अचानक नाइफ एंड फोक की दुनिया में आ गए हो और आप अचानक देख रहे हो कि मैं कैसे नॉर्मल की तरह देखा जाऊं, बिकॉज आपको ये थोपा गया है कि नहीं, आप अगर नाइफ एंड फोक से नहीं खाओगे तो आप इन्फीरियर हो, कि आपको किस तरह से छोटा बना के देखेगी दुनिया, ये इस शर्म के साथ आपको जीना है. तो वो शर्म लेके वो पुल पे आ गई है कि मैंने कुछ ऐसा कर दिया जो बहुत गलत है और ये शर्म हमेशा मेरे साथ रहेगी और इसलिए आई मस्ट डाई. तो आई फील the fault lines, and to document them, to put our finger on them, not shy away from them, is what one has always tried to do in our stories, and which is what we try to do here.
ये आपकी पहली फिल्म है.
जी.
एंड ऐसे कहा जाता है या माना जाता है कि जो पहली फिल्म हो या पहली कहानी हो वो कुछ हद तक ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल है क्या?
है, कई मामलों में है। पहली किताब, पहली फिल्म, क्योंकि I have dealt with a lot of failure. I've dealt with a lot of despair, and I have also been pushed to the brink in my head. I'm also a fighter in my head, so I know how to heal myself. I'm not weak in that manner, but I know that I've fallen to my knees on many occasions in my life, fighting a battle that I created and I didn't know what it entailed. When I started a venture myself, I had no idea I was getting into this, leaping into this well of fire. And now I often thought कि भाई ये क्या कर दिया मैंने? अच्छा भला गाना कहानी कर रहा था, ये कहाँ पे आ गया मैं? अपना घर बेच के मैंने गांव कनेक्शन की शुरुआत की, और अक्सर ये लगा कि ये कैसे होगा. So yes, a lot of that came from at least the emotional reflection of that despair. I also feel that for any creator, it's very important to be a good listener and a good observer. And I've listened to this despair of both the characters. I've observed this around me, and a lot of that came from there. There was a hope also, which came from, came innately and also from around me. And I feel that this magnification of me that reflects in some ways in the film, where I've bared open this character and in that process myself, leaves a good takeaway.
Emotions are not scalable.
ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग एंड म्यूजिक इंटीग्रेशन, ये कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन आई? बिकॉज आई थिंक यू आर अ फाउंडर ऑफ दैट.
I had a band called Nine, and we got the opportunity to do an album with Saregama. And all the members of the band were very accomplished. And I'm not trained in music. I love music, but I'm not trained. और जिसका अफसोस है मुझे. So I came up with a very cunning trick. So I told my band that we'll create a writer-led band. तो बोले writer क्या करेगा? And as if I'm telling them something that I've been working on a whiteboard for the last 3 months. I said, writer कहानी सुनाएगा. I just made it up at the spur of the moment. वो कैसे होगा? राइटर कहानी सुनाना शुरू करेगा, उस कहानी से जुड़ा एक गीत आएगा, फिर कहानी चलती रहेगी. तो वो इत्तेफाक था. मेरी ज़िंदगी खूबसूरत इत्तेफाकों का सिलसिला है, और ये एक इत्तेफाक था जो मुझे पता नहीं था कि मेरी ज़िंदगी बदलने वाला है. माई लाइफ चेंज्ड. आई वॉज देयर ओनली टू प्रमोट माई एल्बम, बट मैं एक तरफ जा रहा था और एक रोशनदान दिखा. रोशनदान से झांक के देखा, उसके बगल में एक गली थी, और उससे आगे गया तो एक दुनिया थी, और फिर उस दुनिया का होके रह गया मैं.
See, that's the OG storyteller. And these days we have Priya Malik of the world and Single-Handedly of the world, who are basically doing something which he did ages back, at least. Yeah. So all their entire format is, there is this person who's reciting or is reading out something, and along with that there is a musician who's playing music. So thank you once again.
So hi, मैं भी लखनऊ शहर से हूँ.
अरे वाह.
So it brought back a sense of home जब आप बीच बीच में थोड़ा हिंदी में बात कर रहे थे और जिस अंदाज में कर रहे थे. My question is not related to movie, but I just want to know At this stage of your life, what are you most curious about?
Before coming here, I was in a large conference room with a potential digital agency. And I started talking and I told them the answer to this. मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ? हम एक ऐसे वक्त में हैं जब negativity is very easy to peddle. Algorithms support negativity. You create bad content, algorithms will celebrate it. Decency is not incentivized in this country. What if Google and Instagram and Facebook had an algorithm that said, आप अच्छा content करेंगे ना, तो आपको ज़्यादा reach मिलेगी. सोचिए दुनिया कैसी होती. शहर शहर में, गांव गांव में होड़ मच जाती लड़के लड़कियों में जो आज अभी बकवास कंटेंट कि हमें कुछ अच्छा बनाना है, एक अच्छा आइडिया दो ना, क्योंकि खराब कंटेंट करते तो रीच ही नहीं आती. कितनी अद्भुत होती है दुनिया, कितना मीनिंगफुल कंटेंट आता. तो जो क्रिएटर्स कहते हैं कि नहीं नहीं मैं डिसेंट कंटेंट बनाऊंगा, एंड नॉट एज अ ब्लिप, not as a campaign, not as a Diwali film, not to impress people or send it for awards, but as my life, कि यही मेरा रास्ता है, मैं यही बनाऊंगा, वो बहुत अकेले होते हैं. मेरी यात्रा बहुत अकेलेपन से भरी हुई है, क्योंकि I am an outlier who insists on playing on the main pitch. मैं वैसे आउटलायर हूं. मैं कहता हूं मैं मेन पिच पे खेलूंगा भाई, मैं मेन स्ट्रीम का बंदा हूं. तुम्हारे बड़े मेन स्ट्रीम में मेरा एक छोटा मेन स्ट्रीम है. मैं कहानी कितने कब सुनाऊंगा? रात के 9 बजे, जब तुम टीवी का मेन शो देख रहे होगे तब मैं कहानी सुनाऊंगा. सुबह 11 बजे नहीं सुनाऊंगा मैं संडे को. आई विल टेक यू हेड ऑन. ऑफन आई विल विन, वेरी ऑफन आई विल लूज. तो लड़ाई जब ये है, तो अभी क्रिएटर क्या करता है, जब उसको कुछ बनाना होता है तो वो जाता है एक ब्रांड के पास, जाता है कि मेरे को एक फ्लाइट का वो करना है तो आकाशा मेरे को स्पॉन्सर कर दे एक मेरे को. या मैं जाऊंगा कि यूनिलीवर के पास जाऊंगा कि भाई मेरे को करना है, तो आप अपने तेल की शीशी आपकी मेज पे रख देंगे, इसके थोड़ा इतने लाख दे दीजिए. We keep pandering to the people who can give us, who can write those checks. That's what creators do. Or they will go to platforms. There are 4 or 5 platforms, Amazon, Netflix, Zee, da. जहाँ पर कहीं पे न्यूयॉर्क में या कहीं पे बोर्ड मीटिंग में सोचा गया कि ऐसा करते हैं, अब कंटेंट की जो कंटेंट का डायनासोर एक नई अंगड़ाई लेगा. अब हम 70 मिनट्स की फिल्म बनाएंगे. ठीक है साहब, आपने डिसाइड कर लिया, आपके ऑफिस में एक ईमेल आ गई. अब आपने जितने आपके प्रोड्यूसर आए कि देखिए अब हमारी नई पॉलिसी है कि हम 70 मिनट की फिल्म बनाएंगे. ओहो, अब आप तो घर से आए थे 2 घंटे की फिल्म का पिच करने. अब आप वापस गए टैक्सी में, आपने सोचा कि ये कोई 70 मिनट का आइडिया बताओ यार, या कोई ऐसी फिल्म बनाएंगे जो मिर्ज़ापुर टाइप की होगी. अब आप तो लेके आए थे कोई फुटबॉल के कोच की कहानी, और यार मिर्ज़ापुर सोचो यार, और भाई उस फोल्डर में मेरे पास 4 कहानियां रखी थी जिसमें. तो हम अपने आप को ढाल रहे हैं कि जो चेक लिखने वाला बंदा है उसके हिसाब से अपनी कला को हम लगातार तोड़ते मरोड़ते रहें. क्या एक ऐसी दुनिया हो सकती है जिसमें क्रिएटर के पास वो आजादी हो कि वो अपने मन का करे. एक समय था जब तानसेन ने कहा कि मैं गाना गाऊंगा, अकबर ने कहा आप गाइए, आप वहाँ मज़े में गाइए, ये रहा आपके लिए घर, आपका EMI मैं दूंगा, आपकी गाड़ी ड्राइवर मैं दूंगा, आप करिए, आप कला की सेवा करिए, आप दिए को जलाइए गाना गा के. सो दे वर बेनिफैक्टर्स. एक समय आया जब बड़े बड़े राजाओं के पास पेंटर्स थे, स्कल्प्टर्स थे, म्यूजिशियंस थे, जमींदारों के पास थे, how did art thrive in this country? Because they had benefactors. फिर पिछले 20 सालों में कौन थे बेनिफैक्टर? गवर्नमेंट ने भी बेनिफैक्टर होना छोड़ दिया और आ गए स्टूडियोज, यूटीवी आ गया, वायाकॉम आ गया, वो सो आपके गेटवेज बन गए कि ओके इन पिक्चर बनानी है तो इस दरवाजे से होके जाने पड़ेगा वरना नहीं बना पाओगे भाई. उसके बाद प्लेटफॉर्म्स आ गए. तो आज के क्रिएटर के पास वही रास्ते हैं क्योंकि बेनिफैक्टर्स खत्म हो गए, एनेबलर्स खत्म हो गए. तानसेन के पास नहीं है अकबर, क्योंकि तानसेन ने जो किया वो आरओआई के लिए नहीं किया था, बिजनेस प्लान नहीं था. पर अब जो क्रिएटर को बनाना है उसका कुछ आरओआई चाहिए, या तो पैसा चाहिए या रीच चाहिए, कुछ तो चाहिए. I want to do a counter narrative and I've always tried to do that कि मैं जो मुझे भला लगता है, भला शब्द प्यारा शब्द है हिंदी का, इसका कोई अंग्रेजी में पैरेलल नहीं है. जो भला लगता है वो करना चाहता हूँ. मैं साफ सुथरा कंटेंट क्रिएट करना चाहता हूँ, मीनिंगफुल कंटेंट क्रिएट करना चाहता हूँ, लोगों की जिंदगी पर एक पॉजिटिव असर हो, हमेशा वही काम करना चाहता हूँ. कभी भी शर्मिंदा होकर पलट के नहीं देखना चाहता हूँ कि मैंने ये क्यों किया. मैं ऐसी फिल्में बनाना चाहता हूँ जो मेरी बेटी भी देख सके. बच्चे आजकल कॉम्प्लेक्स इमोशंस समझते हैं. एक फिल्म को गाली गलौज की, शॉर्टकट्स की, बदतमीजी की क्यों जरूरत होनी चाहिए? अगर आप इसमें, हम लोग डर रहे थे पहले, इसमें 9-9, 10-10 मिनट के सीन्स हैं. And we were, Ritam is here, he was my first AD, and हम लोग की इतना लंबा सीन कैसे? मैंने कहा जितना होल्ड कर पाए उतना करो ना. तो सवाल यह है कि डिसेंट पर्पसफुल कंटेंट बनाने वाले क्रिएटर्स की जगह है आज के कंटेंट लैंडस्केप में, आज के देश में, या नहीं है, या उनको बेनिफैक्टर्स ढूंढने पड़ेंगे.
And I'll just add to what you were saying. See, in spite of so much of gloom around it, there is a TVF which does Panchayat. There's a Gullak which comes out. There's a Amit Tandon whose comedy doesn't rely on expletives to get popular. Although stand-up comedy is all about using bad language, so there is hope. All I would say is you won't be alone. Now, I had a question. It's a lot emphasis on the rural connection, the way you explained. But I was trying to find that connection in the movie. The first movie you made is reflecting urban phenomena on both sides. The startup culture, which is cutthroat, survival, failures are a big problem, and the risk in young Indian women coming from a small town or otherwise can go through this kind of a shame or a challenge. What made you think of first the urban and then, and how do you connect to the
गांव connection? The गांव in गांव connection is not a geographical place. It's a state of mind. The idea of being rooted, of being earthy, the idea of being authentic, most of all. And I think that is what we've always tried to pursue. This was also coincidentally shot in villages in and around Lucknow. But what we're trying to do at Slow Motion Pictures is that films are conceived in Mumbai. They're shot in the heartland of the country. They're shot in Lucknow and Patna and Bhopal. Those are just locations. And the characters, the actors in those cities are just additional members of the cast after the principal casting has been done. This is the opposite. We will be conceiving these projects in the heartland. A lot of our films will be shot in rural areas without the rural stereotype. We've not, exactly as you said, we've not said so that, but they will very well engage with or collaborate with artists from Mumbai, but they will be conceived in the heartland, they will be executed in the heartland. And hopefully we can create that counter narrative of a different kind of storytelling, a different kind of cinema as we go on. हमारी दूसरी फिल्म भी तैयार है.
Okay, first of all, thank you because I'm related to the field of mental health. I'm working from last 25 years in mental health. So I would say that one, because this is the tough topic and talking about emotions is very difficult. Second thing, the way you articulate, express the emotions, because I got a couple of times an opportunity because as the part of my profession as a psychologist to tell the stories, but I think so after I told them I can't be expressive like you because they gave me the examples of you, that how you put across the emotions. But as a therapist, I listen every day about emotions, suicidal thoughts and every day, but I couldn't express the emotions like the way you are. So it's a skill set. I'm really a fan of you, even I follow you on Instagram. One thing I want to talk about is that when you said it is loneliness or I can say depression and all, don't you think about it's like even we are in the villages or in the urban cities, there is no one there with whom we can talk about these emotions. Even they are the family members.
And I
Yeah.
in fact वो फिल्म में भी एक डायलॉग, एक छोटा सा डायलॉग है where Minnie says कि that she spoke to her roommate. I mean the roommate asks her,
Yeah.
but वो कहती है कि she did not wait for my answer. So and I mean you might want to talk about.
Absolutely. I think loneliness is an epidemic today, and whether it's in cities, whether it's in villages. And like Sameer says in the end, कि कभी-कभी हमें बस वो इंसान चाहिए होता है जो हमारी बात सुन ले, जो हाथ थाम ले हमारा. And that is what the film tries to convey in a non-rocket science manner, that it संवेदना की तो बात है, empathy की तो बात है. Empathy is the secret sauce that makes us better humans, and empathy is what makes us better creators.
Actually, I came by to say hello to my friend, and so I'll tell you, I was in corporate, and from corporate, very cool life to.
She was not VP, she was like a very, very senior person, then gave that up and now has gone off on this entrepreneurial career because friends told her ki
Thank you, Aditya. No, so it was a calling, right? And so I quit my job, and I had cocktail of emotions when I was watching this movie. And, as you said that, it's a journey that you kind of go alone a lot of times, and you will have highest highs and lowest lows. So first of all, just bringing this to life and is thank you, right? I mean, I was able to so closely relate to it that it was just, and I hope that you continue to do this kind of content. I was just hoping and praying, where is it going, right? Because it kept going in directions where I thought, oh, will they jump? What's going to happen? And I did not want that to happen. So just want to thank you for what
Thank you.
In
you've
fact, you
created.
were saying कि you had a debate with the team.
Yes,
कि
yes. The
in
team
last
wanted one
scene,
of them
should
to-
they jump or not jump? चलिए बहुत सीरियस बात हो गई है तो एक दो first of all I think your assistant cameraman is also here. Salman.
Yes, actually, Ritam is here. He was my first AD. Yamini ji यहाँ पे हैं, हमारी producer. Salman is here, who was part of the team that shot it. कहीं पे दीपांशु है, वो भी हमारी टीम का है.
So this is Nilesh's first film. So obviously Nilesh's first film as a producer also. So there is a scene, very serious scene where he jumps, right? तो उसका एक there is another side to it. तो वो भी बताएं आप. क्योंकि अब लोग इतने सोच रहे हैं कि पता नहीं नीलेश बाबा ही ना बन जाए. तो आप वो भी बता दें.
तो क्या हुआ था कि फिल्म तो कभी हमने बनाई नहीं है, तो हमें पता नहीं था ये प्रोडक्शन वगैरह में होता क्या है. we started becoming more greedy. It was first a conversation film that would be shot in like a park or something a day after this event, and then we became greedy कि नहीं अब थोड़ा सा पुल पे भी शूट कर लेते हैं, थोड़ा और ड्रामा कर लेते हैं, तो कूदेंगे कैसे.
और ठंड भी है.
ठंड है, ये दिसंबर में शूट हुआ है, तो ये हुआ कि बॉडी डबल लाएंगे हम लोग. तो गोमती नदी वहाँ पर थोड़ा शैलो है, ये जहाँ पर शूट हुआ है चंद्रिका देवी.
बॉडी डबल मरी ना जाए.
तो बॉडी डबल ने इनकार कर दिया कि भाई पुल बहुत ऊंचा है, ये मैं नहीं कूदूंगा. अब क्या करें, शूट का दिन पास आ रहा है, तो मैं सोचा मैनिक्विन यूज करते हैं. अब मैनिक्विन ढूंढने गए, तो मैनिक्विन खैर लाई गई और पुल में हाँ कपड़े वपड़े उसको पहनाए गए. मेरा जो ये था हुडी फाउंडर इनसाइड वाले, वो सब पहनाया गया और उसको फेंक दिया गया. वो फ्लोट करने लगा. अब ये तो सोचा ही नहीं था कि ये भी होगा. अभी क्या कर रहे हैं, वो टाइम बीत रहा है और वो ये रीतम वगैरह सब परेशान है, धूप बहुत हार्श हो रही है, फलाना फलाना. तो देसी ट्रिक की गई, तो उसको टॉर्सो उसका अलग कर दिया गया, उसके पैरों के अंदर पत्थर भरे गए और फिर उसको फेंका गया, तो वो डूब गया. तो वी ऑल्सो एनकाउंटर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ great challenge. I think I realized why filmmaking is so addictive for a lot of people, why you want to constantly keep making films. तो मज़ेदार था. जो लास्ट क्लाइमैक्स सीन है वो सुबह 4 बजे शूट हुआ है, ठिठुरती मतलब भयानक ठंड थी, उसमें शूट हुआ है. और वो जो नाव वाला है वो
Actually, that may be the last story that we can. कि that नाव वाला is actually inspired from a real नाव वाला.
Yes. So Lucknow mein we had once featured a boatman who had saved 50 people who had jumped into the Gomti, and he would nonchalantly just go and save them. And I said, I want that guy, I want to feature that guy. Somehow we couldn't find him. तो ये साहब मिले, इनको कोई लेना देना नहीं था कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं, और इनसे कई सारे टेक करवाए गए. फिर उनको एक गोप्रो बांधा गया उनके सीने पे और उनको कहा कि आप पानी के अंदर चले जाइए, वो भी कर दिया उन्होंने. तो वो
So that scene of the हाथ,
Yeah.
हाथ जो जा रहा है वो actually नाव वाले का.
it was a fun ride. I just hope we can keep making these films over and over. We're trying to make this into fundable projects.
Maybe that is the one last question that I had for you, that, what is now holding you back? What will help to create more content like this? Because, if 40 minutes of this can, hold us together for more than an hour, then there is obviously some magic there. So what will it require to have more such films, etc.?
We need enablers. We need people who can see these projects as a new kind of investment. And I'm approaching them with a very entrepreneurial view, where we are opening up our films or slates of films to funding, giving people equity in our films and giving them exits and also lifelong revenues. So what we want to do is to create special purpose vehicles for every film or a slate of films, and let people who believe in our work invest in them. And through that process, we then do not have to knock on those doors that might change the scenes, change the narrative, say, hey, why are you making a film about mental health? Can you introduce a killer, who comes and shoots Minnie at the end of the film? So that is what we are now trying to create. Again, a counter narrative of how films are made in India, and how from the heartland films can rise. How you don't need to always pander to the platforms to make films possible. I invite members of Quorum also to partner with us if they so wish.
I actually had a conversation with Nilesh, and I mean, everyone should have their individual conversations with Nilesh, but I was pleasantly surprised that to create a film like this, or at least half a film like this, let's say, it's not much different from cost of 4 people going on an international holiday once a year. It is not that 5-10 crores type of a number, right? So it's important to keep that in mind, that it is accessible, and many of us are interested in the arts. Many of us may have dreamt ki bhai, I should one day be involved in making a film or producing a film or something. So this number that Nilesh Yamini are talking about is not it's like if one of our families said, this year we are not going to make that big international holiday with 4 or 5 business class tickets, and that money could pay for a film. So it's not it makes it accessible, it makes it prevalent, it makes it participative. So, well, thank you Nilesh. It's just
Thank
been
you.
an
Thank you so
incredible
much.
experience. Well, even when Nilesh and I spoke about it, it is this journey, this internal struggle of a founder. Because I always say in India, there are no bad meetings. You come up with an idea and people will tell you, yes, you should absolutely do this, and so on and so forth. No one wants to give you their authentic opinion. And जैसे वो नीलेश कहते हैं ना, चने की झाड़ पे उठा दिया और चढ़ा दिया और फिर उनसे कहा कि चलिए आपको ये करना चाहिए. You must do something of your own. At the same time, what happens is then you get caught in this hero complex where you want to be seen as successful, as somewhat macho, as someone who can, brave any adversity and not know where to cut your losses and say, maybe this is not for me. So that authenticity of the conversation with someone else, that authenticity of knowing what your own learnings are of this journey, I think that is something that really resonated. I think, Nilesh is someone who's always done these things which are counterintuitive. When radio was just about music and some flippant entertainment, he started with, telling stories and really connecting to people without any visuals. And then, he's always been just so genuine, whether it is the slow interviews where I was privileged to be interviewed by Nilesh, or that entire, sort of genre of entertainment that he's kind of trying to create, creativity that he's trying to create, where there is no pressure to appeal to our audience, but there is that genuine desire to say what's on your mind. And I think that really appealed, and we're just glad that I got to know Nilesh through this whole process.
I think the fault lines of our communities, our cities have always excited me. Social change happens, times change, families disintegrate, people choose different vocations of life, and that causes friction. And for example, in this story, there is a founder who is, while he's exploring his aspirations, but there is the friction of achieving dreams in a way that is not always so easy as it looks. What impact does that have on his family? What impact, which is not talked about. Failure is not talked about. Success is celebrated, fundraising is celebrated, but failure is very rarely talked about. And the female character is coming from a small town to a bigger city, and again straddling the fault lines of society, and then falling into an abyss, so to say, and forced to take the step and coming onto that bridge. Yes, I think it was very necessary that we don't end up glorifying despair. We are documenting it, we are going deep into it, but that's from a lens of empathy. Without becoming the other, that's a phrase I often use, without becoming the other, I don't think we can understand people, their stories, and the stories behind that they carry. And that lens of empathy was there in this film, and we've tried to follow that in everything I do. The bridge is a place of ending for them, but can it become a place for a new beginning as well? And it is a punctuation, it is a full stop, but can it become a pathway to something new? I think that's the question. We've tried to raise some themes in this film that are relevant to today's society. And we would love to take this to campuses. We would love to take this to the future founders, to the future people who will traverse these journeys and perhaps encounter these bitter truths and be better prepared to deal with them. We would love to take this film to as many people as possible. We believe in clean, purposeful and impactful cinema storytelling. It can be seen by children, it can be seen by teenagers, and I hope that a very large number of people see it over time and carry away the message that we've tried to convey through this film. The unfair advantage that this film had was that I have been a lyric writer, and it would be a waste for me not to bring that music as a contribution to the film. When the script was being written, the song was taking shape in my head, and to use it to take forward the story was one of the goals. And to also signify the despair, the sense of defeat that the characters have in an eloquent, in a poetic way was the aim. And then you hear another version of the song later, which is another chapter, another way of looking at what happened, and another prism. I hope that the audiences, in whatever walk of life they are, whatever they do in life, they carried away a message of optimism and hope and courage that despair can be defeated. Despair should not end you, should not defeat you. Also, often what we want in life is someone to just listen to us, someone to hold our hand and to hear our story. And if we do that, I think it could transform a lot of people in their own sometimes difficult journeys.